we rant, we talk, we go to sleep. We eat pomo the next day. What's that one that is red? They say it gives blood, it gives oxygen to blood. I don't know what they make it. Or you drink blue kutu or no, you go to sleep. The next day, there's some rubbish. They are killing us. President, do something. He's in the country. In the evening, you go to sleep. Now maybe you impregnate your wife or your girlfriend. The next day, you're the same rubbish. Every year, the same nonsense. Now don't worry. 2023 is coming, and you can vote in whoever you like. With INEC in charge in Abuja, declaring results for you. Or all those criminal vice chancellors you have, dressed like the mayor of London, leading rubbish in the middle of the night with candle. You people have no shame. You have no shame. You people, there is not one iota of shame. And you wonder why white people are racist towards black people because of the way we behave and how we reason. Despicable. Every day you lament, you complain, you lament, some problem is there. And you have a solution. Impeachment is there for a purpose. When the head of state is not performing, you kick the idiot out of office. He must complete his 8 years. And these are people that went to school, They went to school. Chai. Zoo. A very useless place. I am giving you facts and figures. So tomorrow morning, when you're debating with a zoo animal, you can destroy them with facts and figures. You're in a country where you claim you have a president, yes? And things are happening. All we are now hearing is Garba Shehu. And I'm going to place a curse on him because it seems to me now that he is now the new head of the cabal. And I will place a curse on him, on Garba Shehu. The same curse I placed on Buhari, the same curse I placed on all of them that claim they are the ones wielding power in the zoo. It seems to me now that your new president is Garba Shehu. All over the world, as old as Joe Biden is, he still comes out to speak and address the people. Angela Merkel is addressing the people every blessed day on a national crisis. Ordinary COVID, all of you have forgotten about COVID now, COVID-19, coronavirus. Every government of the world they address their people almost every 4 days, live update from the president or head of state himself or prime minister. But in the zoo, nobody's even talking about coronavirus anymore. There is a raging insecurity. Yet the person you call your president cannot address you, and you want me to see you as a human being. You want me to have regard for you as a human being? You are an idiot, you are a fool. I can't talk to you. Because you have no brain. Give us your land or you die. Some of you have forgotten what Fulani nationality movement said. Do you know the funniest thing? Their DSS, no one has invited them for questioning. No, you don't invite Fulani now. It's their boy. In fact, even when they go there, they will start reciting the Quran together. All over the world, Nigeria is the only country given to Fulani people by God, according to Fulani nationality movement. And all of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. All of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. Shame on all of you. The Fulani nationality movement. They said this thing as far back as January 13th, 2018, that Nigeria is theirs. El Rufai was, they deceived Chibika Mechi. They deceived Tinubu. They thought they were all doing one Nigeria. Nobody knew that. In fact, I knew. These fools never knew that these people, Fulani, they have another agenda. And as I keep saying, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja in Yoruba land. And he will destroy, because for his sake, the Yoruba race will be in a very serious mess Unless they abandon that idiot now. I call him an idiot with every reason in the world. A fool, a certificate forging criminal, claim he went to Toronto University. A drug pusher in Chicago. Go and do your research on Tinubu. A drug pusher. A kleptomaniac extraordinaire. A thief of unimaginable, a living rogue, a stealing machine. All of you were there during election. Bank bullion van that used to carry money went to his house. All of us said, Jagabana must go. A thief. Onoshi. It doesn't even end there. He's also a murderer. He was instrumental in the slaughter of young Nigerian youths at your so-called Lekki toll gate. Have you all forgotten? Black people, have you all forgotten? The same Tinubu. And to make matters worse, I am 53 years of age. I don't hide my age. What for? God created me when he did. This man, before your eyes, all of you so-called Nigerians, lied about his age. He lied about his age. He took 10 years off his age. He is now older than his first daughter by 9 years. And some of you still have the presence of mind to have regard for such a person. And you wonder why you are poor as a black person. You wonder why God has virtually abandoned black Africa. You people, you love and you support evil. You love evil so much. That is why God abandoned you people. Because this same type of nonsense, there is no white country that will tolerate it. Never, ever, ever. It's not done. You have your birth certificate. It's a very simple question. They will say to you, if you can lie about your age, that means you can lie about anything else in life. Do you know that white people started calling black people liars when they discovered that your footballers always lie about their age? From that day, if you are saying anything, they say, no, you people are liars. You're racist. No, I don't believe that they are. They're telling you the fact. Before your eyes, Koro, Tinubu cut his age to 69. You accepted it. Yoruba people have no reason not to condemn him. Pantami, the terrorist, is still a minister. El Rufai, that we said I went outside to pay Fulani killers to come to Nigeria to kill. He's still a governor. Some are even praying, some pastors are even praying for him. The same man that supplied guns to Fulani murderers in southern Kaduna to slaughter people. Some of you are even talking about him as a future president of Nigeria. Nobody has condemned all these people. And you want me to condemn Father Mbaka? Why? Let me tell our people something they don't understand. In a normal country, so to speak, the condemnation of Father Mbaka, you can welcome it somehow. I know that sometimes, regardless of our shortcomings, we are puritanical in how we think. Biafrans are very puritanical, very, very pure. They see what is bad and they say it's bad. It doesn't matter who is doing it. That is the reason why a lot of people came down heavily on Mbaka. But I'm telling them, yes, in Biafra, we can do anything we like to him. But in Nigeria, insofar as Nigeria is concerned, never ever condemn your own. Only those that use their mouth to condemn themselves. Like that minister for gutter and drainage in Lagos. Those ones, there's no forgiveness. Even in hell, they can be forgiven. Mbaka said, impeach this incompetent idiot. Instead of people to focus on what Mbaka said, to see if there is merit in it or not, you abandoned what he said and you started to attack his character. Typical black people. Is there any merit in what he's saying? Exactly what they did to IPOB. What they did to me. They will always abandon the message and begin to attack the messenger. Take the man's message. This idiot there should be impeached. And some of our people foolishly jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know why they're doing it. Nigeria is not normal. When we get to our Biafra, we can be as normal as we like, but the zoo is not normal. Why do you think I campaigned for an Efulefu like Ojo Zokal, as idiotic as he is? I campaigned for him to be released. I campaigned for this Ametu to be released. Where do you think we did it? You think we did it because of what? Nothing. Because they are your own. They are your own. Defend your own. You know, some of you did not grow up in the village. Some of you attacking Mbaka did not grow up in the village. Because there's a saying where we come from. When the kite comes to break up the chick belonging to a wayward hen, a stupid mother chicken that took the babies to venture where she shouldn't go to, occasioning the loss of a chick to a kite. I'm trying to explain this in a manner that mothers who are listening back, grandmothers are listening to us. That is why I speak the type of English that will make it possible for them to understand exactly what I'm saying. You know kite, you call it where we come from. When the kite is coming to pick up the little chick, despite the fact that you know that the hen should not have taken her chicks to wear the kite to make it easier for the kite to attack, you first of all start screaming to drive the kite away, and then in the evening when the hen comes back with the chick, you now blame that hen. But as soon as that hen is under attack, you must avert danger by driving away the kite. Fulani people are blood-sucking demons. When they come after your people, believe you me, you must rise up to defend that very person, regardless of their sins in the past. Because if they take one person, they'll come for the next one, they'll come for the next one. That's how they behave. That is why everybody must. We must defend them better. He may have done some things wrong in the past. It's between him and his God. He says he's a preacher of the word of God. It's between him and his God. You leave him. Again, where we come from, Onyenachia, you and your God. It's between you and your conscience. But right now that he's under attack from the Janjaweed, we must defend him. Because I want Garba Shehu to address the main point that Mbaka was raising. Address the issue. You are telling us he came for contract. Now, publish the names of all those who have been to Aso before for contracts. Publish all of them. Let us see. Publish all the imams, publish all the sheikhs, publish all the Pentecostal pastors that have been going to Aso to ask for money. Publish their names and the amount you give to them. Publish it, I'm asking you. Say, if you tell us Mbaka came for contract, you will say, hey, Mbaka Tofiakwa, you went for contract. You think we are foolish? The contract he's asking for, is it not from the same oil wells that comes from his land? You that is telling us he came for a contract. What do you contribute to the economy? Fulani, what do you contribute? Zilch, zero, nothing. You think we are foolish? Our people must reason. Let me give you one simple secret in life. In the zoo, life in the zoo. Anytime Fulani comes after anybody, you know that that person is saying the right thing. I'm telling you, that's how they operate. Can you imagine the left people who are dying in Niger State? They brought a squadron, Umopol 1, Umopol 8, Umopol 14, MGX, SS. They are trying to do, like Morse code. You think that they are smart. After typing that rubbish, within 5 minutes, we have it on our hands. Mopol 8, move to Aka, Mopol 9 from Mina. The same Mina that is suffering, move to Eket. They think we are stupid. You don't know Fulani. I know them very well. Somehow you don't know. You don't know those the demons. You don't know them. You must defend them back. Nobody should write any nonsense. When we get Biafra, we can bring him back and blame him for what he said. Did you say? Did he say? But right now in the zoo, that they're attacking him, you must defend him. That's how it's done in our land from time immemorial. Don't allow yourself to fall foul of these people. They mess up your own people, but when you want to mess up their own, they will tell you no. Pantami is not going anywhere. Nigeria will burn if you remove him. Then you want me to condemn him back at Jacob Okunyawok. God punish you, the idiot. We must proceed. Allah gave the zoo to them, and they are doing all they can to make sure that your lives is a misery. Oduduwa Republic, they held a rally today in Abeokuta despite police ban. My love for them is increasing every day. And I told you, Sean, Twitter is where you reason. You think. And things will happen. Because imagine when you tweet 4,000 retweets, 5,000 retweets, 8,000. If you tweet and you tag somebody to your tweet, each time you retweet, that person gets it. That is why Twitter messages, they travel far and wide more than Facebook. Facebook is just for gossiping, to show off. Twitter is where you have to task your brain to produce something in a very short paragraph, a short sentence, to encapsulate all that you're thinking. All of you must be on Twitter. Unless you join Twitter, you follow one another. Oh, Zobo, that's the name, Zobo. And local yogurt. I got to throw bottle. They go by the roadside and pick up all those bottles, all those plastic bottles. Table water, you know, the plastic bottle. They put Zobo in it. After drinking it, you start suffering from typhoid. Because once you go to, they say it's typhoid. These people. It's Zobo, it's called Zobo. Mad people everywhere. And there are Jupiter Benine, mad people to the right, to the left, front and back, and there are mad people everywhere. Lunatics. You think they have brain? They have absolutely nothing. Nothing in their skull. They go outside, they go and they pick up, they don't know who drank from that bottle. They pick it up, they claim they wash it, and they put Zobo in it. My brother, what is wrong with you? It's typhoid and malaria. Everybody typhoid and malaria. So you're drinking Zobo. Zoological Republic. The greatest fraud in the history of humanity is Nigeria. The greatest. That's why everything they call somebody a fraudster. Oh God. Nigeria are Asorok rulers. Nigeria army, Nigeria police, all they do is propaganda and gossip. IPOB is bringing bombs from Lagos. Can you imagine such nonsense? How can somebody bring bombs from Lagos? So are you saying that Oduduwa agitators are manufacturing bombs for us? Or we imported the bombs? So if Zoological Republic, let me ask DSS something. If you got an intel that they're moving bombs down, did you ask yourself, where did they get the bomb from? Is it Yoruba people that gave us bombs? Or did the children that gave us the bomb? Or we manufactured it in Lagos? Or we imported bomb from abroad? Do you see how foolish they are? And some idiots will believe them. I want indigenous people to Nigeria, people who are ancient on their land, not Fulani that came 2 weeks ago. Anytime Nigeria is attacking IPOB, attacking Eastern Civilian Network, attacking Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, what we are saying is the truth, which they do not want you to hear. Imagine such idiotic propaganda. They're importing bombs, they're bringing bombs from Lagos. We sustained and fought Britain for 3 years. We did not fight Nigeria. If we fight Nigeria, we'll defeat Nigeria anytime, any day. We fought Britain for 3 years. We manufactured our own bombs, our own aircraft, everything, artillery, everything we manufactured. And in this internet age, this new age, we now go to Lagos to go and bring bomb. When what we are using to defend our land, we are the ones making it ourselves. People are crazy. And some of you will listen to them. Some of you will listen to them. Only for calling for the resignation of a Fulani presidency, because there is no Fulani president. What you have is presidency. There's no Buhari at all. All hell broke loose. Everywhere, madness everywhere. Mbaka did this. He came for, and so what? If he came for contract. Yes, and then so what? So, okay, but Shell can come from Netherlands to take contract, yes, and drill our oil, yeah? And Halliburton can come from Texas, yes? And Texaco from Texas, yes? And Elf can come from France, yeah? Egypt can come from Italy to drill oil and make money, but the Mbaka cannot ask for contract. Who told you that? Come Jordan yourself. Who told you that? Who said he cannot ask for? Why not? I'm asking you. He's a Nigerian. If any freedom fighter goes asking for contract, of course, some of them do these days, then you can blame that person. Mbaka never said he is not a Nigerian. So if white people can come to the zoo called Nigeria to look for contract and they are whatever, why can't Mbaka ask for one? Let us even strip down all this noise, all this hoo-ha to the barest minimum. Who said that Mbaka cannot ask for contract, given the fact that the oil and gas comes from his land that is sustaining the whole of Nigeria? Okay, a white man can come and look for contract and get it here to drill oil and gas, yes? The same Fulani Janjaweed can own oil well. Even in Nimbidi, they own oil well in Nimbidi. The person that owns the oil cannot ask for contract. Are you people well at all? I think this is called bandwagon. Everybody will just want to jump on the bandwagon to just to be noticed. I don't know. You people, I don't know what's wrong with you, to be honest. I don't know what is wrong with you. Mbaka did nothing wrong asking for contract. Why not? Why not? Don't other people go to ask for contract? I'm asking you, all of you, don't other people go and ask for contract. You ask for contract. When the person that owns the oil asks for contract, you start talking rubbish. Unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. Ndara. So Egypt can come from Italy. What's that? Total can come from France. Total. Oh, my uncle is working in an oil company, in Total Oil Company. Yes. So you don't want Mbaka to have his own. Oh dear. This year GF do not attack your own. Never again. Anybody who attacks his own is a fool. Only when that person have used his or her mouth to condemn himself. You must understand this very clearly, please. And not when that person is making a very valid point against Fulani Janjaweed. The time now is 12 minutes past 8 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And even heaven itself is bearing us witness. The Zoological Republic. Shoot at sight, yet Fulani cannot be shot at sight. I want to bring you another information, please, this evening. I'm basically trying to lecture. We are under siege. The thief leader cries out in Nasarawa. These were the same people that the Fulani people convinced during the war that Igbo man is their problem, Biafra is your problem, kill them, and they came down and joined in the slaughter. They are now begging Governor Sule for protection in Nasarawa State. These thief people in Nasarawa, TV Nation is also in Nasarawa. I don't know why all of TV people cannot come together and form a nation. What is wrong with you people? Do you know a place called Liechtenstein? Liechtenstein, I think they have only about 150,000 people, but it is a nation. How many people are in Andorra? How many people are in Malta? How many people are even in Iceland? Our population is positive. Is a good thing for us. In your rubbish. I went back to the scriptures and I told you something. Abraham and Lot are related by blood. Abraham said to Lot, your cattle is growing, my own cattle is growing, my sheep is growing, your sheep is growing, my goat is growing, yours is growing. I don't want one day for your sheep to bite my sheep or my goat to bite your own goat. Because of that, please, look at all this huge expanse of land. I've cut it into two. Take one and I'll take one. You know what Abraham said? So that there may be peace between us. This same story I've just told you is in the Quran. This story I've just told you is in the Bible. Every intellectual has access to Bible. Every sophisticated moron has access to Quran or Bible in the West. They cannot see it. They cannot even see the meaning being conveyed. Hey, this UG, black people, black. Hey, I'm going to church. I'm doing vigil. Read the Bible very well. Instead of us to fight and be quarreling every day, be on your own and I'll be on my own. Is that not what the Bible said? It's even in the Quran. Now, why are you forcing us to be together in one damnable zoological republic? Why, I ask you? Let us ask people from TV in your own country. You claim the president of TV Youth Organization in Nasarawa State, Barrister Barnabas Zayol, has cried out over the incessant attacks on TV communities in Nasarawa State that has claimed the lives of people and injured many more, with over 50,000 displaced. Yet the army and police that should be protecting them in Nasarawa, they're in a zombie. Zoo. And you're telling me there is no conspiracy here between the Fulani Janjaweed cabal ruling all of you and their bandit friends. And their bandit friends, yes. It's a plan, a very big plan. TV people are crying out in Nasarawa. TV communities in Nasarawa. Why can't you bring all the TV people and give them one state? Because for them to destroy you, they need to take away your identity. The white man taught them that. That's what the white man did. When the white man came, they named you Nigeria. That has no meaning. So as you're struggling and grappling with the meaning of your identity, it will take you about 60, 70 years. By the time you realize the mess you're in, you're already dead. And your children will quite simply inherit your stupidity and continue from where you left off. That's what's happening to us. Ask them this question. Instead of having TV people in Benue, TV in Plateau, TV in Nasarawa, why don't you create a state and say, this is TV nation? What is wrong with that? Yeah, they are black people. Black people, black people, black people. Anybody who believes in Nigeria is demented, mad beyond madness. And they all believed in one Nigeria. I'm sure this barrister, when he was wearing his horse wig cap, hey, they could tell him, you know, when you look at a lawyer in Nigeria, you want to vomit. Let me tell you where the Fulanis are wreaking havoc. Doshima, Ansa, Doka, Angwanyara, Ikiayo, Tagema, Seto, Chia, Umurai, Duga, Gindanrai, Ajikamaka, Ankoma, Gidanrai, Zayol, Doka Atiko, amongst others in the state. These are TV homes. Fulani are just simply slaughtering them. And you are busy discussing Mbaka went to Aso Rock for contract. And at this point, I will ask you very simply, did this to you? This OG. Black people who did this to you people. You abandoned what you should be discussing and talking about trivia, more or less. The cry is even coming as community leaders have also appealed for the deployment of security operatives to the troubled areas of Kiana and Doma LGAs, where over 50,000 farmers have been displaced by Fulani terrorists. They are begging for police to come. In Imo State, we did not beg them for police, but they came. They even added the army and the navy as well. But the communities that need it in the north, nobody is asking after them. And you're telling me that your average Nigerian is normal in the brain. Of course they're not. Of course they are not. Is it? There is many. There is many. Let me also give you news that is coming. I just want to dwell this evening on the Fulani Janjaweedism and what they're doing to all of you. This news broke, I think it was 2 days ago. Ogoni women allege headsmen invasion and destruction of farmlands. Ogoni. If I send ESN now to Ogoni to go and start fighting to remove the Fulani terrorists, what I will hear from Daily Trust the next day is that Nnamdi Kanu wants to take over Ogoni land and their oil. But in that caption, they will not tell you that all the oil wells in Ogoni from where I am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. I will not keep you for too long because we are passing through a lot. And any legitimate distraction you can get is most welcome, so I will try not to keep you away from what you have planned this very evening, especially for those of you who are avid football fans waiting to watch the Champions League finals. My name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this planet Earth, the indigenous people of Biafra, especially for those of you who are director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Today is the 29th day. In a few hours' time, I will be commencing my midnight prayers, and I'm sure that most of us will be able to join as well. I'm not going to do it live on air, of course. I will pray very privately, and I will encourage some of you to also do the same. Tomorrow is very, very important. In fact, tomorrow is our own holy day. It's the holiest day in the calendar of Biafrans. Every 30th of May, it is a very, very holy day, the holiest day of the year for us. Very, very important. We remember the bravery, the courage, the unbridled patriotism of those that went before us, the class of 67 to 1970, and in perpetuity we shall honor and remember them always. I said always, every year, in perpetuity until the end of time. And this evening is not going to be an exception. I will ask you please to make sure that a lot of people are listening, they're watching us. For some of you who are on Instagram, I welcome you. Those of you who are listening via my page, private page on Facebook, I also welcome you. To those who are listening via YouTube, you're welcome. Those who are listening via, of course, our very, very glorious IPOB community radio app, we welcome you. Those listening via Radio Biafra, those listening on FM across Biafra land and in parts of the zoo, those of you who are, of course, watching or listening via satellite, I welcome, of course, Biafra Television, please. We are also on Biafra Television. People are also watching us on University of Radio Biafra on Facebook as well. If you want to watch us or listen to us, you should be able to do so. Please tell those who are around you. We'll be very, very brief, please, I assure you. But before we proceed, let us pray very, very briefly. And I will say the Lord's Prayer this evening, please, that we may proceed to bring to you what we have in store for you this evening. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever, we pray. He say. One thing is obvious that I want to remind the zoo this very evening is that we are indestructible, and we are not going to stop until we get what we are looking for. What we're asking for is simply a referendum that will lead us to the democracy, the freedom, the liberation that Biafra portends, not just for the trapped and subdued indigenous populations in the damnable contraption called Nigeria, but the whole of Africa as well. Something we have posted has been trending all day. Very, very important that there is a very brief recap. The reason why we are here this evening is to warn our people about the complete lockdown of Biafra land. In fact, over 2 days. People will go to church and do nothing else tomorrow. And then on Monday, there will be a complete chaining of the entirety of Biafra land. Everywhere will be under lock and key. There are moves by some individuals, people who are Fulani slaves like Dave Umahi, to try to circumvent this very important and critical date in our calendar. Dave Umahi is a Fulani man masquerading as an Igbo man. Dave Umahi is urinating on the grave of our soldiers and our heroes. That very idiot was asking me this evening, who did I discuss it at home with? And I just asked myself a very, very pertinent question. You are a governor of the state. You claim you're a leader of the people. You and Nnamdi Kanu, who should be reminding each other about the importance of the 30th of May. You claim you're a leader. You don't even understand the meaning of leadership. You have, all of you idiots in government houses don't even have an idea. You don't have a clue what leadership is all about. In case you have forgotten Dave Umahi and all the rest of the multi-purpose Efulefus we have in our land, all you Mietiala servants, I want to remind you as to why we got to where we are today in this effort to restore Biafra. Times Magazine of London, 7th of October 1966. In 1966, a whole full year before Ojukwu declared Biafra. In 1966, 7th of October 1966, this is according to the Times Magazine of London, and I'll read. The massacre began at the airport near the 5th Battalion's home city of Kanu, the Nigerian Army, 5th Battalion. A Lagos-bound jet had just arrived from London. It was going to Lagos, but it did a stopover in Kanu. And as the Fulani Janjaweed passengers were being escorted down the plane into the customs shed, a Fulani, should I say Hausa Fulani this time around because they were still under the spell of the Fulani then, a soldier, a Nigerian soldier, stormed into the airport, brandishing a rifle and demanding to see the Nyamiri. According to Times Magazine, it is the Hausa slang for "where are the damned Igbos." These are people that had nothing to do with what was happening in the zoo, nothing whatsoever. They were flying in from London, and they were all massacred in Kanu. This happened on the 7th of October 1966. We remember and we, of course, commemorate the massacre of people, of the Tutsi people of Rwanda. Everywhere else there is a genocide, people stood trial, and there were reparations made. But in the case of Biafra, this global conspiracy has continued. And one thing struck me when Dave Umahi in his outburst said that I am a fool. That was what he called me. And he proceeded to say that who did I sit at home with? It has now been made very clear to me that the reason why our people are being marginalized, the reason why we are third-class citizens in our own land, the reason why Mieti Allah can come and move their cattle about however they like it, the reason why they can impose an idiot, a criminal like Opus or the Imo State, the reason why all these senators and all these House of Reps members are being chosen for us by the Fulani Caliphate is because of fools like Dave Umahi. Because the Fulani now understand that they can do anything they like to these people, that they have idiots like Umahi that will defend their position. Ever since we drove away Mieti Allah from Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi has been incandescent with rage. He's been very, very upset. Because Mieti Allah said to him, if you are there and you allow your people to drive us away from Ebonyi State, you can no longer harbor, should I say, the wish or hope to become the president of Nigeria. That is the problem that we're having today. You are telling me that somebody that claims he went to school, that he's an engineer, somebody who claims he is a political leader, who do not understand the importance of remembering those that fought that he may be alive. It goes for all of them. And in fact, I may say, let me give some credit to some other governors. This time around, it's only Dave Umahi that came out. Do you know what the idiot said? He said anybody opening his shop on Monday in Abakaliki, if you fail to turn up to open your shop, if you observe the sit at home, that you will lose your shop. And I dare Dave Umahi to try. I dare him to try it. I dare him to try it. Instead of Dave Umahi to be convincing IPOB as to the importance of remembering the dead, we are the ones now reminding these idiots, these morons, as to their duties and obligation as the political leaders that they call themselves. These are the things you must understand, because right now we are in a state of war. We are in a state of war. It is the express wish of the Fulani Caliphate to kill our people. Their plan during the war was to kill every male, every adult, male and female, up to the age of 10, and then groom them to become Janjaweed slaves. That was what happened. They tried that experiment with a few people. Emeka Ofo was one of them. Go and ask. Some of you do not understand your history. You have no idea where you're coming from. That is why some of you do not know where you're going to. That is why fools like Omahi are confused. That is why they do not understand what we are confronting, what we are facing. I want Dave Umahi to understand something very, 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 very carefully. To pay attention to what I have to say. You were against IPOB, your army, your police. You people are the ones inviting the army to come and kill your own people. Our land is the way it is today because of Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma thought that we are in the era of 2017, 2018, 2019. Bring Fulani army to come, kill one or two people, and everything will be quiet. No, not anymore. They are going to die in our land. Some of you idiots, some of the people, some of you, should I say, natural-born saboteurs and traitors. Some of you fools that can never see what the enemy is doing to you is only when there is a retaliation that you start to yap and to complain. I want to remind each and every one of you that Nigeria have been killing us since 1945. Since 1945. And your peaceful agitation never got you anywhere. Begging and pleading never got you anywhere. They killed in 1945, killed in 1953, killed in 1950. In fact, every year since 1945, they've been killing you. They slap you on one side, you turn the other one. That was why they cut off the head of Akaloga. Nobody said anything or did anything about it. That is why none of you is among the Security Council in the zoo. You don't even understand. You don't even reason very well. You think that by saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir to everything that Fulani says, that they will love you. You are a fool. Therefore, you are an idiot. You are a fool, a complete idiot. You should have focused on your 419. You should have used your computer to be scamming white people. That is your job. Or that was your job, and maybe it still is. Before you became, the Fulani picked you up. Because what the Fulanis did was to go and pick up vagabonds in our land to make them governors. Rochas, Okoroch, Hochus, or Carlo, Hopu, and yourself. Will you people come out in the public to speak? When our land was our land, can you people come outside to speak? Because in our land, once you are a criminal, you will not be allowed to speak in public. Once you are a thief, you can never be allowed to speak in the gathering of the elders. It's impossible. You cannot do it. But of course, we are living in strange times. We are living in the time of the Fulani Janjaweed. That was, if not that people rose up and said, no, Ararume would have been the governor of Imo State today. Another criminal, another murderer, another killer. These are the type of vagrants that the Fulanis are bringing to come and lead us. Dave Umahi, you're telling me you don't understand what happened to your people. You don't understand that we lost 5 million people. Look at all the commissioners of police saying, oh, don't come outside. No, you can go. Dishonor the dead. Don't remember your heroes. Let me remind you what they did to you, because some of you do not know. As they were running from the aircraft, as the massacre was going on, there were Igbo people amongst the custom officers, and they dropped their chalk and they fled, only to be shot in the main terminal by other soldiers. I hope, Dave Umahi, you're listening to me very carefully. I am not the person to remind you to honor the dead, because with great position comes great responsibility. I don't want to denigrate the death of Abiola because he did very well for his people. The Yoruba political leaders, they fought and agitated until June 12 became a public holiday. Is that not true? One man, one Yoruba man. And we lost over 5 million people. Do you see why you people are not leaders? Why you're not cut out to lead? Have you not seen Netanyahu stand before the whole world during the commemoration of Holocaust that happened in Europe? Every blessed year, every blessed year. Have you not seen Her Britannic Majesty, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, stand at the cenotaph the 11th of November every blessed year to remember those that fought and died for their country? Do you also know, Dave Umahi, in your stupidity, you don't even begin to acknowledge that had all these men that perished in the trenches had they not died in the trenches, look at what is happening in Plateau, look at what is happening in Taraba, look at what is happening in what's it called, in Benue. Look at what is even happening in Niger State. The same thing, look at what is happening in Yoruba land. The same thing could have been happening to us today. Let me tell you something that you don't know. Because these men fought and died for us, they gave us hope. That was the job of Ojukwu. Ojukwu was the Moses of our time, our trailblazer. God used Ojukwu to say to us, there is a promised land somewhere called Biafra. Only when you people are worthy will I lead you to that land. Israelites were wandering all over the wilderness for 40 years. We have been wandering now for over 50 years because of our sinful nature, because of our wickedness against our own people. This same army that killed our people and slaughtered us is the same army that you criminals are inviting into our land to kill the same people that their fathers were killed by the same vagabonds that you're bringing in. Do you see why we despise, why you people are lower than vermin? One, you don't even know your responsibilities. You have no idea what it means to be a leader. You don't have a clue what it means to be a leader of a people. You people should have been the ones directing us and saying, these are the days we honor. These are the things we are going to do. Did you take the lead? The answer is no. Until IPOB came, or until Chukwu Kikabiama determined that we should come. Instead of you to say, this is a very laudable initiative. How do we get the government of Nigeria to acknowledge 30th of May as the day that a grave injustice was done to a particular race? You idiots, due to what I will call political expediency, you are more or less interested in safeguarding your own private political position. Shame on all of you. Some of you say, oh, but the Yoruba agitators, they don't insult their leaders. But their leaders fought for the death of one man, one single man, Abiola, to be recognized and immortalized in the calendar of, should I say, Nigerian politics. You lost over 5 million people out of cowardice and fear. You can't even rise up to defend or argue for the right of these people to be remembered. Do you see why you're not leaders and can never lead? All of you are rent boys. What people are doing, you're Yahoo, you're just in office serving full and interest. And you claim you're governors. No matter if I were to be a governor, or had I been a governor in our land, there is no amount of provocation that would make me to go to Abuja to beg for Fulani soldiers to come into our land to kill our people. I will never do it. Never. Not in a billion years. But it goes to show the level of hatred that these people have for us. It goes to show the extent they are prepared to go in order to subdue the truth. And Dave Umahi is the one championing it. Why are you threatening people with their economic livelihood? Why? Their means of survival. Why? Because you know you will lose. In a straight fight, you will lose. I suppose Odema is now losing. You people can make all the noise you like. You can come out and talk whatever rubbish. You can falsify the news. You can pay all the journalists in the zoo to write your own narrative. That's entirely your business. But the truth will always speak for itself. And the truth of the matter is that you people cannot win this very war. You cannot win it. Not in a trillion years, you cannot win. Nobody in history has ever defeated a volunteer army of the people. Go and read history. Nobody ever. Go and study it very, very well. We are in very critical times. If you go to my page, you will read it. I only tweeted a bit of it so that others can see. If you Google the Times Magazine of London, 7th of October 1966, you will see what they did to us in your so-called one Nigeria. If after going through this, if after reading all this, you still believe in one Nigeria, as a Biafran, more or less as an Igbo person, as an Efik person, as an Ibibio person, then believe you me, there is something fundamentally wrong with your brain cells. You are not well. And these are the people that the likes of Ojus Okalo, Dave Umahi are forcing us to belong to. These are the people that killed us. Imagine what our soldiers will be thinking in their graves, wherever they're lying today. That the same people that came to annihilate our race are being invited into our land to continue the killing by those that claim they are political leaders. And you want me to respect you? How is that possible? How is that possible, I ask you? How? If not for IPOB, would anybody remember 30th of May? Of course not. But you are political leaders. We are the leaders. We want to go. Look at the idiot. So after this very pathetic and hopeless display of cowardice and mediocrity, you think I will allow you to go to Abuja to go and negotiate on behalf of IPOB? Is that what you think? One Fulani will look at you, you will start wetting your pants. Your boxers ought to be soaked in your memory because you're a coward, a wretched coward. The only place you people have strength in this life is to bring army to attack your own people. That is the only time that you're human. That is the only time you want to exercise your powers. But when Mietiala was raping and killing our mothers, you wretched, idiotic coward Dave Umahi came on television and was crying like a little baby. Did you ask the army to come to kill Mietiala or to flush them out of Ebonyi State? No, you did not. I gave the order to the men on the ground. And today, we have rid Ebonyi State of Mietiala terrorist group. You did not do it. We did it. Not you. The only time it matters to you is to bring in army to kill your people. That is the only time you people have courage and strength. That is why you people don't deserve to live. I'm telling you the truth. You people are evil, beyond evil. Look at Gani Adams. Iba Gani Adams. Look at Akintoye. Professor Akintoye, look at Sunday Igboho. Let me ask all you idiots from the East, fools, how many times have you heard any so-called Yoruba intelligentsia or politician rise up, say, arrest them all, kill them all, do this, how many times I'm asking you? How many times? Yet you don't learn anything. That is why Fulanis are begging Yoruba every day, begging them, we will give you this, don't break away. But look at you idiots begging every day. Oh, yes, sir, yes, yes, Alhaji, yes, Alhaji. You have nothing, but you don't learn. You're not intelligent, all of you. So-called governors, you don't know nothing. They come, they promise you Senate President. The only people that had about 6 or 7 Senate President, the only one group of people out of their idiocy. When Fulani now saw all this nonsense with the help and support of the British, their white masters, ordinary Senate President you can no longer have, you can no longer get, you can no longer enjoy, never again. The time they gave it to you, it was like ping pong. After this person is that, after, what's that man's name again? I've forgotten his name. After that, it was Chubakadibu. After Chubakadibu, it was Payasang. After Payasang, oh my God in heaven, only one people. There's something you're doing today, Dave, all of you idiotic governors. That's what you're doing. And when you were doing it, you thought you were doing your people a great service, but you were doing them a greater disservice. Do you know why? After all that nonsense you did, thinking you're serving the zoo, you're serving a passenger, all of you are loyal, you go behind the back. Evans undermined Chubakadibu. Chubakadibu came out and undermined God knows whoever. The other person, Pius and him came. One came. Only you people. Only one people. And when you were doing it, you thought you were advancing your political careers. But today, look at the consequences. No Igbo man he holds any meaningful position, not even deputy, none. That tells you that the path you people are traveling is disastrous. Disastrous. What stops you from, there's something called magnanimity. What stops all these governors from being magnanimous? To say, okay, you people have done very well so far. Let us take it over from here. Every 30th of May, there's going to be a lockdown of all our land. At least, if you try it only once, believe you me, the next day your phone will ring. And that your boyfriend, that your lover, that Alhaji that is loving you, he will upgrade you maybe from one room to the penthouse of the hotel, maybe Transcorp, where they're using you people in Abuja. Because you're all rent boys. We know that for sure. We know that before they give you any position, you deny it. That's what they do. They will sleep with you. Isn't that what they do to all of you? All these people you call your governors, ask them who doesn't have a boyfriend that is an Alhaji in the north. But they are married with kids. That is why they have no soul. The Fulani will need to do that to them. It's called Dandaudu, in order to remove the humanity from them. If you don't know, let me tell you. These are the idiots. Some of you, wretched, I don't know how to describe you. These are the idiots you call your leaders. Do you know the meaning of leadership? Do you even understand the meaning of leadership? Look at Yoruba governors. They are singing Yoruba national anthem in their schools. Compare that to the idiots that you have in Biafra land. Dave Umahi. That's is a local, I don't know how to put it in English language. We'll see. I am warning everybody tonight, if you come out on the 31st on Monday, you are going to die. I don't want Nigerian army to kill you and then you start blaming people that are innocent. Because some of you hate yourselves. Self-hatred is the key killer of the destiny of the East. Self-hatred. When you hate yourself, other people will hate you 4 times over. If you come out on the 31st, I'm warning everybody you're going to die. That very day, and should the zoo army attempt any stupidity, they will be confronted on that very day too. I want people to leave the roads open. Can you hear this way on the 31st? Don't come outside. So that stray bullet will not touch you. Don't come outside. Let us settle this nonsense once and for all. Because the Nigerian army, they are made up of cowards. They always attack civilians. That's what they do. You defeat them, they start attacking civilians. Today, they blocked Head Bridge. Can you imagine such rubbish? They blocked Head Bridge, shouting like mad people. What they are trying to do is to see if by inflicting collective punishment on the populace, somehow you will turn against people who are fighting for your liberation. I want to remind them that the Cameroonian army tried it in Ambazonia and it failed after 8 months. Now every Ambazonian is a freedom fighter. You know, sometimes they think that by oppressing people, by killing people, somehow they will scare you into submission, not knowing that they are grooming and breeding hardened freedom fighters that despise the zoo with every sinew of their body. That's what they don't understand it. Look at Imo State, only because you killed the consul. Only the consul Keburu. Look at Imo State. Imagine when you kill the top leadership of IPOB and then you get to us, imagine what will happen. Even every living organism, including amoeba and Euglena viridis, even single cell animals will perish. We are getting there very closely. And you are going to suffer. The zoo will suffer. And all of you informants, let me warn you, if you know your brother, your uncle, your sister is an informant, please prepare for their burial because they're going to die. If you're an Eze, Igwe, PG, all these people, and you're pointing hand, saying IPOB lives here, they live there, it is only a matter of time you're going to die. You will die. Because you are part and parcel of those pointing out freedom fighters to be killed by the enemy. Are you telling me that Ojukwu fought for nothing? That all our soldiers that perished between 67 and 70, that they all died for nothing? Is that what you're telling me? That today you're proudly working for the Fulani Janjaweed. Today, the border has been opened in the West. Oduduwa fighters have confronted the zoo, they have opened their border in the West. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that gallant Oduduwa fighters have opened the front in the West? All you do is to gossip, come to Facebook, come to and be writing junk, rubbish every blessed day. When they came to my house to kill me on the 14th of September 2017, did I do anything wrong to the zoo? I was fighting for my people, that's all. When they killed us at National High School, what did we do wrong? Did we do how did we offend anybody? I ask you, nothing. They were killing us. Now that God has sent his angels to come and protect the weak, now you have discovered where your pen is. Every day you're typing and writing rubbish, as if it has any effect or it will have any effect on us. Of course, you know it will never have any effect on us. Look at the people telling you, do not come make sure you disobey this at home order by Nnamdi Kanu. Don't obey him. The same people, but in their own land they have Sharia. When all these police commissioners in River State, in Imo State, in Abia, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, when you Muslims were agitating for Sharia in the north, did anybody stop you? But you're in our land. You're in our land, telling us what to do. I said it before and allow me to repeat. As soon as Biafra comes, at every entry point into Biafra, every seaport, every airport, every land crossing, there will be a DNA kit. We'll have a sample of Fulani Janjaweed DNA on one side. And we'll have a sample of Biafran DNA on another side. We'll test everybody coming in and leaving. If you have Fulani Janjaweed DNA inside you, we'll send you back to the Sahel. You go there and live with them. You people make me sick. They don't understand that they're making us stronger. You don't know. Go and look at the history of freedom fighting. You are making us stronger. Hitler killed 6 million Jews, thinking after killing them, somehow the Jews will bow and submit. Today, Israel has the best army in the whole world. That's how human life is. I want to let Dave Omahi understand something. Take your phone. Some of you have 3 or 4 phones. Take one of your phones. Tell that your phone, your mobile phone, you're holding in your right or left hand, I am going to use you to injure my body. You see, this body you're going to suffer. Start to rub your phone on a particular spot at the back of your arm or anywhere of your body. Keep rubbing it. Every day, keep rubbing it. You know, previously your skin used to be very soft. But as time goes on, you will find out that that place you've been rubbing all the time, putting pressure all the time, has acquired some measure of hardness. That is human nature for you. And I want every Fulani Janjaweed to do this very, very simple experiment. Take any object, be rubbing it against your skin slowly. That's your skin that is very soft. After 3 or 4 days, you will notice that that part you've been rubbing all the time has developed a semblance of toughness. Even in nature do not capitulate. What makes you think that we are going to capitulate? Impossible. Maybe your father is a permanent secretary, or maybe minister, or maybe commissioner, or maybe eating from Hope Uzodinma or Dave Umahi. Maybe they gave you a contract. All of you. Nobody is stopping you from enjoying whatever you're enjoying with government. But allow those fighting for their freedom to fight for their freedom. You have no right to intervene. Allow me to, on the 31st, If you come outside, you will die. If you're a road transporter, if you're a transport worker or whatever, you know how people behave. They want to die. Who can tell me what to do? I'm going to drive. That day you will perish. On the 31st, you will perish. So that when you die and go to the world beyond, you will meet the likes of Ikonso, and they will even deal with us. They're dealing with that idiot at Atahiru right now. Do you understand me? The era of our idiocy has come and gone. All that, the era of the Fulefu has finished in 2021. If you finish writing all your rubbish, on Monday you will sit at home. On Monday you will be inside your house. Because there are places in our land where foolishness is in very high supply. Omoahe is one of them. One of the most foolish places we have on this earth is Omoahe, my so-called hometown. Very foolish people. That was the last headquarters of Biafra before Biafra fell. But they are very, very foolish. But on Monday, we are going to teach them a lesson on Monday. Let them come out again to go to Ban Market, to go and open shop. I want anybody, any chairman of any market that is opened, any market you open, the chairman will hear from us. In Biafra land, any market you open, you will hear from us. Another idiotic place is Enugu, our own capital. Look at how foolish all Biafran capitals are. Enugu is another place. I don't know if half of them is born by Fulani. I have no idea. I'm warning all of you in Enugu. On the 31st, you sit at home. If you come outside, you will experience miracle. That miracle you've been waiting for all your life, you will see it in broad daylight. Enugu is known for their stupidity and non-compliance. Omoahe is known for their stupidity and non-compliance, and those are Abakaliki. If you attempt to come out in any of these places, anything that befalls you, you carry it on your own head. Because you people are foolish. On the 12th of June, all of you will sit at home. It will be a holiday. You will remember a Yoruba man. You idiots. You will remember a Yoruba man by sitting at home. One man only. In our own case, we lost 5 million people. And you can, if you don't sit at home, we'll make you sit at home by force. People, no wonder we are suffering. You would have no appreciation of the sacrifice of the dead. You think everything is mercantilism, is buying and selling. You convert every situation into a currency. You always look at the monetary value of every circumstance you find yourself in. That is why we have saboteurs and traitors within. They want to convert their position into money so that Abuja can recognize them and come and give them money. But we'll get all of you one after the other. You will see what will happen to you. Warri is Biafra land. They must join the lockdown. Asaba always complies. Asaba will comply. I want Calabar to be locked down as well, everywhere, because we all died together. To all of, to Janjaweed, we're all Nyamani. That's how they see us. Ken Serowa has been forgotten, hasn't he? Nobody remembers Ken Serowa anymore. Because we cannot come together to fight. But the time has come. We must come together to fight everywhere. Can you imagine? Do you think that a Southern Commissioner of Police in Kanu will tell them what to do? They will cut off his head that same night. But an idiot can come to our land and tell us what to do. They will give money to punches, will give money to all these corrupt journalists. They will write whatever rubbish. And you're claiming you're serving the people when you're serving the enemy. The Nigerian army cannot fight any war or battle. They are cowards. Anytime they are defeated, they will go to the nearest village to look for who to kill. I was told that they plan to go to Ihiala tonight because they are cowards. Go to the bush and look for people who are looking for you, You're going from house to house, doing showman, gara gara, as if what you're doing on the road affects people in the bush. You think they give a damn about what you're doing on the road? If you like, go to a village and bomb it till the kingdom come. It cannot stop men from the bush from coming out to do their work. And for the very first time on the 31st, in the next 2 days, I will give the order. If there is any stupidity anywhere, I will give the order for ESN to leave the bushes and come out on the streets. From the 31st, I'll command age, day after tomorrow. Allow me to warn all your governors now. Any state governor starting from Dave Umahi, I swear to God Almighty in heaven, if you try any rubbish on the 31st, by trying to penalize anybody opening their shop on the 31st, I will ask ESN to come out on the streets of Abakaliki. Because you're a fool, a complete idiot you are. Go back to your 419. You have lived all your life deceiving people and calling them to make money. Before they finally recognized you and appointed you, same thing with Hope Usadema. He was secretary of 419ers in Lagos. Who doesn't know that? Look at Ararume. All criminals and vagabonds. These are the idiots that you call political leaders. And you want to go and bring whatever you like. Let me go to Abuja. You that you go there, Mietiana will raise your hamada and lower your trouser and deal with you. They will take away your boxer shorts from you. You are the one who can represent us. A coward like you. Did you defend the Ebonyi State? You wretched idiot. Did you defend the Ebonyi State? I'm asking you. It was IPOB that did it, not you, fool. When you defeat the Nigerian army, they will go after civilians. That is why I am warning tonight. Nobody should go out, please. After 6 p.m. every blessed day. You know, our people are very stubborn. If you're a young man or woman, you go out in the night, they will kill you. If you don't stay, if you leave the roads open so that men can meet them, we know there will be no casualties. Leave the road. Every 6 p.m. across Biafra land, people should be in their houses. Leave the roads open. Come in, stop interfering. Because when they see you, they will arrest you. Anybody they see, they arrest. We have arrested the sponsors of Look at Fools. We hired new consultants in the USA. You arrest somebody who is selling watermelon as a sponsor who is sponsoring IPOB. Are you not an idiot? And they will ask their zoo journalists to write, and they start writing nonsense. They hate you. Nigeria, or should I say Nigerians, hate you as a Biafran with passion. That is something that Dave Umahi doesn't know. That is something that the other idiotic governors do not know. On the 31st, we shall tell the whole world that we mean business. Complete and utter lockdown. Shut down everywhere. I know 1 or 2 idiots will carry their basket. We are going to market. Can get your home again. I'll you that day. The land will eat you that very day. As you're going out to look for what the children will eat, the land will eat you instead. Complete lockdown. I have given the orders this evening to make sure that Omuahia, Enugu, and Abakaliki is part of what we're doing. Any chairman of any market, be it Obani market, be it any market that opens on that very day, you are a gunner. A lamb more. Highest thing, they will write about it for 2 or 3 days and will be forgotten. Complete lockdown. We must remember those that made it possible for us to be alive today. We know that in Aba, they are there. The zoo soldiers, fallen terrorists in uniform, they are camped. These are Boko Haram people that they've not Boko Haram. In fact, this is, what are they called again? Al-Shabaab. They are camped in Aba now, in a hotel at Ngwa Road, by a place they call Amanketa. There's a hotel there, they're there. And the person who is directing them is a Fulani boy that grew up in the area. Their operation will start tonight. That is the reason why I'm doing this broadcast. In Aba, everybody must go inside tonight, so that anything we see outside on the road is bushmeat. Or should I say road meat this time around? Or township meat. Clear from the roads from tonight. Clear from the roads tonight. So that when they are approaching, we can see them. I am warning of those that didn't. You know how people don't listen. And every informant will be identified. Can you believe that Inhejirika was talking rubbish at Abia State, whatever, Security Summit? Inhejirika, an Igbo man. Do you know what he was saying? That the government should do whatever they can to protect informants. I don't know, there is something they drink. I think once they go to Abuja or Lagos, there's something they give them, they drink. A previously sensible person will start to talk like an idiot. Yejirika without shame, sacked by Jonathan. Although he was doing well relatively against Boko Haram. You want to come down to your land to recruit informants to be pointing at people. And anywhere you see an informant, please, you know that hand, that finger they used to point at houses. Don't kill them, just cut off the finger. So that they will go back and tell their children how they lost one of their fingers. They're in Aba tonight, and they are everywhere, in and around Owerri. Do not go out at night, leave the road open for men to engage them, because they are cowards. They always take out their frustrations on civilians. That's, if one idiot was writing, I don't like to be killed, remember Sakibiam, but they have been chased away from every Sharia state in the north. Attacked and chased away. Once in a while, you see Channels TV, they will write, we killed 10 Boko Haram today. Have you ever seen them before write and say, we've killed ISIS before? You people that cannot reason very well. What does that tell you about the relationship between this terrorist government and ISIS in West Africa? But your brain will not go there, will it? After all, you're in these UG black people. What do you know? Your brain can never get there. I'm asking you, have you ever seen them write on the pages of newspapers that they successfully engaged ISIS in West Africa province? No, never. They always say it's Boko Haram, Boko Haram, Boko Haram, because them and ISIS are working in tandem. A terrorist government. A terrorist as a police commissioner in the East telling us what to do after killing us. Should I say 5 million of us many, many years ago. Every informant in Biafra land will be identified, arrested, and dealt with. I can assure you of that. I know that Dave Umahi is serving Fulani interest in our land. Ever since we drove away his Mietiala friends, he has been at the forefront of the arrest and execution of many young people in Ebonyi State. This evil man even had the presence of mind to ask people not to remember the dead. Are we just remembering them for nothing? They fought and died for us. Even on every January the 15th, the zoo called Nigeria will remember their soldiers. And you're asking us not to remember those that saved our lives. Without them today, who knows? Maybe I'll be answering Ahmed. Who knows? We must honor them. As somebody wrote now on Instagram, a word is enough for the wise. It's another one we put on the 31st. You know the way we love dead bodies. Your obituary will happen. At least we'll go there and eat rice. Ndara. Monday is a lockdown, 31st of May. Complete and utter shutdown of the entire Biafra land. Evil people like Dave Umahi cannot be allowed to prevail over what is good. We often lament about marginalization of our people, but we are the ones making it possible for Fulani to marginalize us. Because if we rise up and say enough is enough, they cannot start that rubbish. You think that by begging they will love you? They will love you? Of course not. Every Sabo will go down. Every supporter of Fulani genocide in our land will go down. This generation is not joking. You can go inside the township and arrest as many people as you like. That is your business. The real men are there in the bushes. If you say, have you ever wondered why they cannot go into the bush to go and look for men? They're always outside. They're running around from one checkpoint to the other. Come into the bush. And to all apologies of Fulani genocide, I want to remind you of one thing. What did we do to you in 2014? when he killed us. 2015, 2016. What did IPOB do then? Nothing. The more you kill us, the more we protest, the more you kill, the more we protest, the more you kill. Until at a time, God sent his angels to say enough is enough. And that's the era we're in now. And you think we're going to stop? Of course not. Instead, everything will die. You know, it's incremental, gradual. Very soon now, I will introduce what I call the air gun solution. Air gun is not air gun. The air gun is the Israeli freedom fighting movement, along with Haganah, that blew the British out of Palestine, so to speak, or also out of the land of Israel. We are getting there very slowly. Very, very slowly. Because they can never win. See, the woman, you cannot win. The zoo called Nigeria can never win. Because we now have the army of the people. Indestructible. By the grace of Almighty in heaven. And on that very note, we have come to the end of this very brief program. Let me remind you once again, please. Tomorrow is a mini sit at home, so to speak. Monday is the real deal. 31st, nobody should come outside. If you have relatives in Omaha, go and tell them all. Go and tell them. Because the wait now, around 12, they'll start creeping out to see. Our people are very foolish. Let me try and see if I can open my shop to see what will happen. Until your brain will be on the floor. Then an alarm, your eyes will open. Thank you very much for listening. And you sit at home wherever you are on Monday. From me, from here, good evening.
only that Biafra is rising, but listen to this too. The sun is rising. Tell me, how many of you know that the sun is rising every morning in that blessed holy land of Biafra? It doesn't matter how much they kill us. It doesn't matter how much building they burn down. The sun always rise. The sun will not rise in the Yoruba land. The sun will not rise in the accursed land of the Hausa Fulani that is filled with flies. My goodness me. That is filled with flies and sand. The sun will not rise there. They will kill us, but still, the sun will rise in Biafra land. Is that not amazing?